Hello Vinyl community, how you doing? It's Bill with the Vinylverse. In this video I thought we'd do a little experiment. I recently picked up a big want for me, and the only thing is it was not in very good condition, both the record jacket and the record itself. What I'm referring to is Sonny Rollins' The Bridge. This came out in 1962 on RCA Victor. And I got this for really cheap. We're talking about $5.50. So I got it, and I thought I'd go through my cleaning process to see, show you that, which I've talked about before in past videos, but I thought I'd actually demo my cleaning process on this album and see if maybe we could bring the record up to maybe a VG or so. So first things first, this is the jacket. You can see it's got major ring wear. The back looks pretty clean, with the exception of some ring wear, some discoloration there. It's got a little bit of writing up here. Some part of the sleeve is kind of torn off there. And this was a complete gatefold, so the seams were split both top to bottom all the way, so you could open it up. So I've repaired that with these Seams Easy strips. These are great. You can cut them to length depending on your split, and it kind of folds up, and the sticky part is on the outside, and then it creates a new seam for your record. So that has been repaired. I've already recorded the cleaning portion of this video, but I'll show you what the record looks like. You'll see a lot of scuffs and such, but the record is kind of, got some gloss back to it. As a matter of fact, here's a picture from before I cleaned it. Here's a picture. Okay, you can kind of see that it was dull, kind of a dull looking record, and lots of scuffs and marks and such on it. Here it is after it's been cleaned. Are the scuffs still coming through? You can see a big one over here. Goes the full length. Yeah, it might not be coming through, but there's a lot of markings on this. Here's the back side. But you can see it's kind of shiny after being cleaned. So, yeah, I took a couple sound clips from before cleaning it for this experiment. So listen to this, and you can hear, you'll hear a lot of surface noise, a lot of crackling, some pops, a lot of noise. So take a listen. Okay, so all in all, even before being cleaned, the album sounds pretty good, with the exception of all that surface noise and pops and cracks and stuff. But the sound of the album is really good. It's really dynamic. It sounds great. It's a mono recording. So let me show you my cleaning process, what I did to this album, and then we'll come back and we'll listen to what it sounds like after being cleaned. So here's my cleaning process. And before I show that, I just want to put a disclaimer that this is a method that I've come up with over the past year and a half or so. It works well for me. I know everyone has their own opinions on cleaning and such. So, feel free to offer your opinion down in the comment section below. But please be respectful. Don't, if you think I'm doing something wrong, just be nice about it and let me know. And of course, I can't afford right now, a nice ultrasonic cleaner or VPI cleaning machine or any kind of vacuum system. Maybe down the road I'll be able to get into that, but right now this is how I do it. And like I said, it works really well for me. So here's me cleaning this record. Have a look. All right, everyone. So this is my cleaning setup here. Of course, I got the scrubbing pad, label protector. This system just fits together like this. Got the Spin Clean for a rinse. Got another washcloth in distilled water over here to rinse. My record cleaner solution. This comes from the Groovinator. I use the Groovinator record cleaning solution here. It's diluted. It's a concentrated solution that you dilute with a lot of water. So you really don't use much for this. I've had this about a year now, I guess. And I still got plenty to go for a long time. So I've got that. My record cleaning solution, like I said, it's the Groovinator solution with distilled water. Other things I use are Clorox wipes for the covers if I feel they need to be cleaned, and then also some Undo if there's any kind of sticker on the jacket, and a drying rack, and then another microfiber cloth here that if there's any droplets of water left on the records when they're done drying, I just kind of dab them off with this. So basically what I do is take a record. This is that Sonny Rollins, The Bridge. It's very dirty. It's got a lot of scuffing on it. So let's try to get this clean here. So this goes on here. Then the other side, it has this rubber gasket here that I guess kind of creates a suction when you tighten it, and it keeps any liquid out off the label. So got the record cleaner here, and I just spray the record. This is the first one I'm doing in this session, so I'll just try to moisten the pad up just a slight bit here, and take it and just go around as much as you feel that it needs. I do it this way also to make sure the edges and the inner sections are getting scrubbed as well. So I'm not really pressing too hard here. I'm just kind of lightly scrubbing. Bring it out to the outer edge. Okay. So yeah, just really scrub it. I'm thinking this record could probably use one of those enzyme cleaners where you use the enzyme solution and scrub it in and let it sit for like 15 minutes to a half hour. Let it really eat up all the junk that's in the grooves. But I don't have any of that, so this is basically what I do. Just scrub along. So once you go through that, then I go over and do the other side. So again, spray it, and then just start scrubbing. And this paint pad is, the bristles are real fine, real soft, but they can get down in the grooves. And does a really good job, in my opinion. So I just go around and around, all kinds of different angles here, just trying to, I try to stay with the grooves. But I like to rotate the pad around. So after this is done drying, we'll do a test and see if it got rid of that a lot of that surface noise. I'm hoping it does. But you never know. You never really know. But like I said, this does a really good job. This cleaning setup that I go through. Okay, now that both sides are scrubbed, I'll take my cloth that's in distilled water, wring it out. So now it's kind of a little more than damp, and then I'll just wipe around, try to get the Groovinator solution off, and then I'll come around and do the other side. Okay. Then undo the label protector here. Okay. Take it off. And then I will rinse it in the Spin Clean. And I'll do this for something old like this. I'll do it, 5 or so times each way. So it's 3, 4, 5, and then I'll go back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And we'll take it out. I usually try to get any excess off here, and then I'll put it in my rack and let it dry. And that is basically it. That's how I clean. And then when it's done, I'll usually fill this rack up in a session. Sometimes I'll keep going because by the time I get to the end, the first one might be dry, so I can usually get more than that done. But then once they're dry, like I said, if there's any droplets of water, I'll dab them off with this cloth, and then I'll put them in a new inner sleeve and a new outer sleeve, and it'll be good to go, ready to be filed away and listened to. So that's how I clean. Okay, so the record's gotten a good scrubbing. It's dried and ready to be played. So let's see if it made any difference. Take a listen to this. I know it's hard to tell in the sound clips, but to my ears, after listening to this from before and after, there's a clear difference. Not only does the record sound better, the surface noise has decreased. There's still some pops and crackling here and there, but from what it was before, it's a big difference in my opinion. So thumbs up for that. Tell me what you think. Did you notice a difference? I know, again, it's tough to hear on a YouTube video if it's that much of a difference, but to my ears live here, it makes a big difference. Very happy to have found this for incredibly cheap, and sounds terrific, plays great, the exception of some surface noise and pops. I will take it, and very happy with it. So that's gonna do it. Let me know any thoughts you have down below in the comments. I'm looking forward to hearing your responses. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you all again soon. Take care. Bye.